welcome. This is a midweek reading, and it's an oracle card reading. I just suddenly thought, I had thought about it a little while ago about doing a oracle card reading if I don't have time to do like a full reading in the middle of the week for all the zodiac signs, to do a oracle reading and just pick one card for each zodiac sign. And obviously it's still the same, so if you know your astrology chart, you know, you might be able to resonate with a few of the different messages. And I thought I'll pick some of the oracle decks that are a little bit more, you know, that have a bigger guidebook, because I thought it'd be interesting to see what they say. So I'm using this one today, which is a deck I haven't used much on the channel because it is a more complicated deck to use, Fairy Wisdom Oracle. It is a very beautiful deck, as you can see. And it's got a beautiful guidebook with it if you're interested in getting it. So we will proceed. And it's your middle of the week reading, which I call the authenticity reading, because it's just your little reminder to just be authentically you, which is sometimes easy, and then other days it can feel confusing because we get caught up in, I don't know, different conflicting thoughts and feelings we might have. But we always want to be heading into the core of who we are, our true self. That is a true awakening. And so let's go into it, and we'll go through all the signs and I'll use the book to read what the book says. And if there's anything I don't resonate with, I will say, because I'm not necessarily going to resonate with everything, because that is somebody else's work in that oracle deck. Let's see what we get. Okay, so this is going to be for Taurus. For the middle of the week, your authenticity reading. Okay, you've got this beautiful card, Lighting the Way. Okay, so I'm going to read that for you, and I'm going to see what it says. Okay, so number 37. Let's see what we get. The key word is illumination. And it says that I'll hold the card so you can get the energy from the card as well. We all wish for guidance and help along the way, yet sometimes guidance comes from within. When we connect to the energy of spirit that resides within each of us, we can clearly see what we are to do. Reach for the stars. Allow that communication with spirit to connect you to your highest good. Connecting to spirit is as easy as recognizing that you are already one with the universal power. If you've chosen this card today, it may be telling you that you need to strengthen your trust in your divinity. Ultimately, you are to be the one who shows others the way. You hold the light for them as they climb the path of illumination. In order to do so, you must continue your own journey in learning and refining your own truth. It is only through the example that we can change our world, one person at a time. If enough people hold the light in enough places, we can bring about a change at a more advanced rate. This angel holds the lantern for all to see, so that anyone who wishes to climb the path can better see the footholds and avoid the pitfalls. She has reached the highest peak. Her face shows that she takes her job seriously. Guidance can come in many forms, the words of a friend or a loved one or a professional counsellor. Guidance can come from a book or a stranger's words. Listen to what information comes your way and then sit with it and meditate on it. Listen to what information... Oh, I just repeat that, sorry. You will get a sense of whether this information you have received is valid for you or not. If you are open and willing to hear your truth, you may be destined to teach or to counsel others. And it does say here a little chant, which I shall also read. Each step of my journey is illuminated and sure. I move with trust and confidence. I welcome the chance to light the way for others. I hold the light high, so be it. Light a candle for someone today. So the key word was illumination, and I would say light a candle for yourself, because it's all coming from within. Your guidance at the moment, Taurus, is all coming from within you. not from anyone else. Okay, so that is the message for Taurus. Okay, we will go into Virgo. Virgo for the middle of the week. This is your authenticity reading, and it is an oracle card reading. And you've got the card Home Sweet Home. Okay, so I'm going to go to number 64, that is. And it's the Fairy Wisdom Oracle that I'm using, okay? And I'm going to read this for you. I'm going to hold the card up so you can just tune into the energy, feel the energy of the card. Okay, the key word is return. This card is about returning to your roots. This may involve a trip to your childhood home or to a relative's. Okay, probably not, but it's possible. It involves thinking about old memories from the past and perhaps releasing those memories that are not so good. Age and life bring more understanding to the events that happened in the past. The lessons are now easier to understand and absorb. This card also refers to the home where you live now. If you are not comfortable where you are living, then start looking around for a new home or start to do things to your abode, to make it more comfortable. It may be time to do a little bit of repair work or decorating. For those who are ready to hear it, this card is about awareness. Awareness, in a sense, is about reaching the point in your spirituality where you suddenly feel a connection to the one source. Yeah, and I do call it all the time coming home, you know, coming home to yourself. That's what we're doing, isn't it? Coming home to our true selves. This is when you truly understand that you are connected to spirit, and you have always been and you always will be. It is the knowing that you are part of something much greater than just your physical being here on earth. It is a knowing that goes to the core of your being. You have an integral role in all of existence. Once you begin to understand your own identity and divinity, you will begin to be kinder and live a fuller life. You will be grateful for all that comes into life. This card says that when we all go home, and then our voyage on earth is finished. This card says that we all go home when our voyage on earth is finished. It's quite hard reading someone else's words because they're not my words. So we're going on a voyage. Well, yes, because we're predestined in this lifetime to go through certain predestined experiences. And then once, obviously, all those experiences are completed, we do go home back to source. This is not a card about death, and it makes no predictions of such. It simply asks you to recognise your divine self. So the consciousness within you, basically. With this recognition comes a peace like any other that you've ever known. It is as if you have been absorbed into the glowing white energy of creation. Although we all go back to the source when we leave our physical body, we do not lose our individuality. So do not fear this happening. Be in peace. Be comforted in the knowledge that you always have a home awaiting you. And the chant is, I am. I have always been, I always will be, and so it is. Okay, so the key word is return, Virgo. And it is about returning to your true self, okay? And this is your authenticity reading for the middle of the week. So you're obviously making very good progress on your journey back to your true self. And ultimately that is not just your form identity as spirit has created it in this lifetime. We've all got a certain form identity. We've got like a basic personality and obviously the physical form. And that is as spirit is intended. The superego tries to obviously change and alter it to try and make us fit in with society. And that's what our soul family is all about, breaking that down. Sod that. And so you're doing really nicely on coming back to your true self, ignoring society or ignoring your own superego and being the real you. So have a beautiful middle of your week. And I'm sorry that when I'm reading, I'm not used to doing it, am I? I'm quite a good reader, but it's just I'm not used to reading. So I haven't done readings like this for a while. So let's go into Capricorn. Capricorn for the middle of the week. Let's see what your message is from the Fairy Wisdom Oracle. And it's your authenticity reading. It's your little reminder that we are becoming more and more authentic with ourselves in this soul family. And you've got the card Rescued, which is really cute. I think that is really cute. Let's have a look at that, and I shall read you. And I apologise if I muddle up some of the words when I'm reading. I'm quite a good reader, but I've noticed as I've been doing this that I need to concentrate really hard when I'm reading it so that I don't muddle up my words. Okay, give me luck. Rescued. Okay, the key word is assistance. And I'm going to hold the card so you can just tune into the energy. If you have drawn this card, you might be in danger of relying too much on other humans. Remember to connect to your own personal inner teacher for guidance. The answers are all inside. Also check to make sure that you are not trying to rescue others. They must too follow their own inner truth. This does not mean that you can't receive or give advice, but that you should take care of all... but that you should take all advice and check it thoroughly with your inner knowledge. Oh God, I'm laughing. Hang on a sec. You should check all advice and check it thoroughly with your inner knowing to make sure that it is for your highest good. Others should do the same with any advice you give to them. Things are about to change for the better. Ask for help and receive it with confidence and gratitude. Have peace in the knowledge that all problems come with their own solutions. With the help of the spiritual realms, there is nothing you cannot accomplish or handle. There are thousands of beings waiting to serve you at any given time. This is their joy and their salvation. They live to assist you and to help you keep you from harm. It is their job to help you connect with your spirit and your highest truth. Listen to their voice and their messages. Their messages come in many forms. A thought or a voice beside your ear can happen. Opening a book to find the answer staring right back at you. A message on a billboard, the words of a small child or a friend. Ask and listen. In allowing the others to help aid you, or the helpers to aid you, spiritual helpers, you can help manifest, they can help manifest your destiny, all right? So you're being given assistance. You could also find yourself, if you're finding yourself drawn to helping others too much, that is a mirror that you need to be putting that energy into you. That's all it means. I've fallen into that trap many times in my life. And I'm helping others far too much, and it was just, Spirit was trying to show me I needed to help myself. So you are receiving assistance from Spirit at this time. And all the answers are inside yourself, Capricorn. And the chant, in my heart I know that I am always safe. I know that heavenly beings are around me. I give thanks to these small beings, and I welcome them into my life. They bring peace and comfort, and they assist me in all that I do. They are God's messengers of light, come to focus me on my earthly journey, so be it. Okay, so you might have a loved one in spirit or a spirit guide really trying to sort of connect with you at this time and support you. Something that the gurus used to say, or do say, is that the guru is inside every person you meet. And I think that's a very powerful message. So there you go, Capricorn. We're going to go into Aquarius. Let's see what we get for Aquarius. Aquarius for the middle of the week. This is your authenticity reading, okay? Just a little reminder, in this soul family, we're here to really be our authentic selves. And you've got the card Winter. Ooh. It's winter here where I am at the moment in England. Let's see, we're going to read this, and you just have to bear with me because sometimes I'm falling over my words a little bit. I'm using this lovely deck, okay? And I'm going to hold the card up so you can connect with the energy as well while I'm reading it. The key word is rejuvenation, okay? Winter is part of the transformation of life within the great cycle, the dormancy of nature and all that dwells on earth. You may feel like pulling into your ruby cave and being alone with yourself and spirit. It is time to observe your inner workings and to work with the great mysteries of life. Change is in the air, but before you can manifest it, you must rest up for the activity of the spring. This is a time to gather your energies to you. This card is saying that you are almost ready for the next phase of life, but before you step into it, you must rest and hibernate in the winter's cave, knowing that you are safe and warm within the earth. You have come far on your journey. Let the fairies guide you to that place of rest. For every activity, you need a corresponding repose. This will keep you in balance as you continue on your path. This is a time of regeneration. So basically, when you've done a lot of activity or you've got a lot of activity going on, you need to provide space, because space is a portal for spirit to enter your life, and you will actually be more effective if you create space in between activity. It's a more balanced energy, basically. This is a time of regeneration. Take care of yourself. This can be taking the time to watch a good movie or a book or a hobby, meditate, go for a walk, take a nap, whatever feels right and peaceful for you. Give yourself permission to rest and to rejuvenate. It is a basic need. Observe dogs and cats and see how many hours a day they sleep. Preparation time is just as important as the trip itself. Without proper preparation, one does not get very far. Okay? And the chant, Spirit of winter, wrap me in your warmth, the contentedness of life at rest. Bring me to the knowledge that I am housed in spirit. No matter what goes on in the outside world, winter's chill cannot find me. I gladly accept this period as my time for rejuvenation. I choose to suspend myself in the radiance of the winter's light. Warm and peaceful and brilliant is my journey within, so be it. Okay. So your key word is rejuvenation. It's about creating space for spirit to enter through that portal of space and help all these miracles take place in your life, okay? So that was Aquarius. We're going to go into Gemini. I think I'm getting into the flow. When I first started talking, I was stumbling over my words as I was reading, but I'm starting to improve, I think. Okay, so this is for Gemini. It's for the middle of the week, and it is your oracle card reading for the middle of the week. And I'm using this lovely deck, and I'm just picking a message for each zodiac sign. You have got trespassers. Ooh, let's have a look what that means, Gemini. Number 56. Let's have a little look. Okay, your key word is boundaries. Okay, and I'm going to hold the card up so that you can tune into the energy while I'm reading it, okay? Excuse me. It's absolutely raining heavily here. I was supposed to be taking Gilbert out for a walk, but I thought I'll do this first because it's pouring down. Right, trespassers, Gemini. Boundaries is the key word. Fairies have boundaries too. They are usually in the form of magical spells placed around sacred places in order to keep out those who might tamper with sacred objects. They also have an invisible magic boundary around their realm. It is not easy to break through this boundary, but it can be done when one knows the secret worlds. Are you having trouble respecting the boundaries of others? Is someone not respecting your boundaries? A third question is, what kind of boundaries or limits am I placing upon myself? These are the questions to ask yourself in order to discover which area of your life you need to work on. You cannot expect others to respect your boundaries if you are not clear with them yourself. You must state clearly and honestly to others about where you draw your lines. Be kind but clear about your expectations. In turn, be respectful to others' boundaries as well. Their business is their own. Be careful not to gossip or spread rumours. Watch that you do not loudly talk on your cell phone in public places. Okay, it's getting a bit specific. Boundaries can be trespassed in many ways, and it is up to you to think before you do. Okay, this card also invites you to consider the boundaries that we place upon ourselves. We often set these limitations on ourselves due to lack of self-confidence, self-respect, or even a lack of knowledge, all right? Well, that's true. if we don't have confidence in who we are, if we don't even know who we are, it also then is very difficult to know what our boundaries are. You see, if we don't have clarity about who we are, how can we have boundaries? So if you've got a problem with boundaries, or you've had a problem with boundaries, the chances are it's because you didn't really know who you were at that time. But that's all starting to improve now, okay? Release any unwarranted restrictions that you have put on yourself. Yeah. Release limiting habits and thought patterns. So, you know, our own superego can put boundaries on us. Our superego is our critical inner parent, and it's made up of society's rules and expectations. So you could have put too many boundaries on yourself from that angle. And obviously, as a soul family, that is definitely what we're here to break down. I can tell you that now. The dragon at your gate can either protect you or hinder you. What will you ask it to do? And your chant: I come to the fairy bridge and say the magic words. All false boundaries drop from me. I come clear with a mind and free spirit. I am open to possibilities. I am respected and I respect others. Harmony resides in my soul, so be it. Lovely. So it's a strong card for Gemini. It's a very strong, intense energy there. Fiery. I like it. And it is all about being very clear on who you are, and your boundaries starting to really shine out, and also having awareness. Once you've got awareness of your own boundaries, obviously it's much easier to spot other people's boundaries as well. So we are going to go into Libra now. See what we get for Libra. It's still raining. It's very dark. It is nearly 3 p.m. here. Okay, Libra. Magic frog. How cool is that? How cute. Okay, so I'm going to read what the magic frog is about for you. Number 32. I used to live at a house called number 32 when I was a child. Just thought I'd share that with you. Right, I'm going to hold the card up so you can connect with the energy while I'm reading. All right. Now, your keyword is child. Ooh, so it could be a bit inner child stuff going on here. Let's see. Frog fairies know how to be childlike. They encourage innocence and imagination, and they make us believe in miracles. If you have drawn this card, you are being asked to pay attention to that small child part of you. Nurture her with playfulness and kind words. Praise her accomplishments, or his, depends how you identify. Just ignore that part. Let her splash in mud puddles or sing a silly song. Let her giggle. Help her to find magic in everything she sees. Lay off work a bit and take time for joyful fun. If you have forgotten how to play, then just ask a fairy or a small child to help you remember. They know what to do and they will guide you every step of the way. Keep an open heart. Fairies and small children like to have open hearts. Believe. Visualize yourself holding your small self in your arms and rocking and singing a lovely lullaby. Tell yourself how much you are loved, how special you feel. Feel your hearts connecting as one child snuggles up against your chest, and visualize the healing of all tears and wounds as that energy just dissipates and the void is filled with loving energy. Now the child is ready to play. And your chant is, I am the child within me. Together we can once again be free to live and dream. We play beside a wishing well, we run amongst the reeds. We cast our eyes about to sea beyond the troubled seas. No longer do we sit and mope about what could have been. Today we reach for the stars and shout, for here we are on the mend, so be it. Right, so you don't need too much information on top of that. I think it's very clear. Something I do want to say to you, your inner child, you're not really a child, you are a spiritual light, okay? The I am presence. But everyone's got an inner child. And what we really want to do is purge out as much of the karma. The inner child is usually covered up with a lot of pain body. Yeah, and that's why it's very needy. And the more of that you purge, the less needy your inner child becomes, and then you get left with the actual inner child that is you, okay? And I mean, I can do work with you on this if you're interested in doing your birth chart, because I can help you understand your inner child more. But yeah, we want to get back to the core inner child, and the core inner child is actually very present in the moment. It doesn't dwell on memories. It doesn't dwell on feelings or sadness. You know, that is if you're feeling like that, or the needy feelings, that is the karmic part of your inner child. So Spirit is obviously working with you at the moment, Libra, to bring you into a nice balance within your inner child, so that you can be present and enjoy your life and connect sort of in a happy, very present way with things, or at least in a calm way, you know, and that's what you're getting back to, sort of like your true nature. So it's that's lovely. I like that. Right, so we're going to go into Leo. Oh, Gilbert's next to me waiting to go for his walk, but it was raining, so I was like, I'll do this first. Right, Leo, for middle of the week, it's your authenticity reading. Okay, so we're getting back to our authentic nature and being free to be authentic selves. That's the little reminder for this reading. In the middle of the week, be yourself. And you've got here the magic fish. All right, Leo, cute. Let's see what that one is. 47. 47. I also lived at a house of number 47. How funny, when I was growing up. That was my third house. How interesting. Okay, magic fish. The key word is intention. All right. I'm going to hold the card up so you can connect with the energy while I'm reading it. Intention. These fish may be magic, but you are the magician. It is through your intention and attention that magic happens. Consider what it is that you wish to manifest. Use your logic to decide if it is a responsible request. Focus your attention on your aim and follow it through with the work that you need to do in order to bring about your desires. It is through your focus, clear intention and action that you manifest your needs and your desires. So you have to connect with your true, authentic self to get to the roots of what your actual true, authentic desires are. So that's really important work. And then once you do that, they will start naturally manifesting much more easily. And that's why I talk about no effort, and the gurus talk about no effort, because when we're in our authentic energy, we don't really need to work so much on manifesting to make it happen. It will naturally start happening for you. So that's what this card is really about. If you wish for a certain career, you must go out and get the training. If you wish for a special someone in your life, you must prepare yourself for when that person comes along. You must do the work. Part of the work is knowing that what you wish to do. Exactly. To be honest, that's the main part of the work. That is the main part of the work, is knowing what it is you wish to do. You know, like I just said, your true self. Be clear on this point. Visualize yourself daily in the situation that you desire to be in. Ask for help from the elementals and the spirit in being about this. Ask them to help guide you to the perfect information or put you in touch with the right people. I mean, that will just naturally happen once you identify your authentic self, because the alignment of the energy will just pull you towards the right people and the right situations. Ask them to organise situations, timing, outcomes for your highest good. Yeah, so I mean, you can set the intention to your spirit guides and to yourself that you want to be your authentic self, and then it will start to happen. Do not neglect your part in the plan. Do your work. Well, your work is just, the main part of the work is clearing away the false self. That's a really good place to start, because I used to get really confused about what my true self was, and even still, I still do, honestly. I can wake up in the morning and sometimes just sense that I'm out of alignment. And it's just where the superego starts to confuse you about who you really are. So, you know, what Spirit here is saying is clear away what you're not, because that's sometimes generally it's the easiest place to start. Push away what you're not and you'll get to where you really are. And I can always do a birth chart reading with you to help you understand that, but you might already have figured it out. If you have, well done. Okay. All the willpower you ever need is here for you to use. Remember that you are connected to the divine consciousness and that this power is right at your fingertips. Just direct it through visualization, action, prayer, and trust and believe. Yeah, so your chant, O divine magician, from whence the stream of creativity energy is directed. With a loving heart, I ask your presence in all that I choose to manifest here on earth. As I tap into the flowing energy of creation, supply me with the guidance I need to make the right choices. In doing so, I create what I desire and what is good for my highest good, so be it. So your word is intention, and it is about you just being really clear about the difference between your false self and who you really are. And there's a lot of things starting to manifest. I'd say massive things starting to manifest for Leo. Sorry, right around now. There's massive things manifesting. Okay, and it's probably happening because you have been very clear about who you are. Let's go into Aries. Aries for middle of the week. This is your authenticity reading. Your little reminder from your soul sister to be your authentic self and not be influenced by other people. Okay, right, so we have here the earth element. Let's go into this. I will read it for you. All right, this is for Aries. 54. So grounded. Okay, so yes, you've got the earth element, and the key word is grounded. I'm going to hold the card up so you can just connect with the energy. Now it's interesting because you are the Emperor in the tarot, and the Emperor is very grounded. That's a grounded energy, the Emperor. So this is perfect for Aries. Earth sustains us. It gives us everything we need to physically survive. Its beauty gives us much of what we need spiritually. Earth provides us with a stage on which we can act out our life stories, growing and learning as we do so. We are the shepherds of the earth along with the elementals. It is our duty and privilege to do our best to protect Mother Earth. We can honour her by protecting the wildlife, the vegetation, the water sources and her air. If the earth cannot drink or breathe, neither can we. If we follow these acts of respect, we will be grounded. Honouring the earth is the ultimate grounding. It is important to recognise that the act of just coming to earth is a grounding act. There are many ways to enjoy the calming effects of grounding. Try meditation, drumming, chanting, walking in the woods, hugging a tree, petting an animal, or perhaps wading in a stream. Try to spend as much time out in nature as possible. If you can't be outside, you can bring nature inside with a stone, flowers, a flower, a feather, or whatever you fancy. Your chant, I shall read. I call upon the winged ones to come and chant with me. Bring fairy dust to sprinkle around the ancient tree. Bring a drum to play in honour of the earth. Upon her we have come today to celebrate her birth. A time to heal her wounds and pamper her with love. We ask the angels to play for us a harp from above. Today we cast old spells away and kept her in the dark. Oh, that kept her in the dark. And a better life for her today we now do embark, so be it. So that's quite a specific message in terms of like connecting with the earth and nature, and perhaps that's what Spirit is seeing for Aries at the moment would be beneficial. Grounding from a spiritual point of view is all about being very present. Okay, so the more present you are in the present moment is very grounding, and it enables you to channel source, spirit through you. When we are too much in our head, we are not grounded. So we are actually more in ego, and therefore we are obstructing the pure light of consciousness, which can actually help us the most. So that's why meditation is something that is really, in spiritual communities, obviously encouraged, because the meditation is to clear the mind, and the more the mind is clear, the more we start to access source. But we don't need to meditate, okay? What we really need to do is kill off the ego, which is the false self, which is full of thought activity. And the more we kill off the false self, the more the mind will begin to be naturally empty, and then you don't actually need to meditate. And that's my spiritual path. So, you know, Aries, there's always something going on for you at the moment where you're sifting out the false self, the true self. You're finding your mind is starting to become more clear. You've got a lot more clarity. You noticing you're more present, and you're starting to really feel source, spirit work through you. So there's something very magical going on for Aries at this time. And I should think it'll be helping you a lot. Right, we're going to go into Sagittarius then. Let's see what we get for Sagittarius for the middle of the week. This is your authenticity reading from your soul sister to remind you to be your authentic self and not be influenced by other people. You know, do what is authentic to you. And you've got the card Shaman. Powerful. I'm going to read it for you. It is number 23. Let's have a look what we get. Number 23. Okay. And I'm going to hold it up for you so you can tune into the energy of the card. And your keyword is teacher. The Shaman indicates that you are being asked to take the next step in your spiritual development. Ask that you be given a shaman guide to assist you in your journey. This guide will help you become more aware of your own inner teacher. If you don't believe in shamanics, you can literally just connect with any spirit guide or your own I am presence, ideally, to be honest. The guru, a guru is a living manifestation of source. And they sort of, like Buddha, Ramana Maharishi, Papaji, Anandamayi, you know, all of the gurus, they're physical manifestations of source to guide you back within. So you can use whatever you resonate with. Center yourself, release any fears. Move completely into faith. That's what you're doing at the moment, Sagittarius. Okay, tell the universe that you are now ready for the next step in development of your gifts and your understanding. Now allow yourself to be guided. Trust in divine timing. Understand that every step you take during the journey, you are divinely protected. As you wind your way between the visible and the invisible worlds, the shaman will help you to unlock the sacred knowledge that is there for you. If you drew this card, you have the potential to be a spiritual teacher and to guide others. Prepare yourself by meditating, prayer, listening, reading as much about spirituality as you can. Taking good care of your mental, emotional and physical self. You don't really need to read spiritual. It's really all inside you. Okay. Be good example to others, and remember to leave the ego out of it and learn and create from the heart. Others may not seem as advanced as you are, but that also can be an illusion. That's true, because the gurus say that the guru lives inside every single person that you are connected to. Every person has their own path and timetable for personal growth, and all paths lead to the same source. Spirit only wants the best for you. And your chant, I invert all fear and turn it into faith. I trust the inner knowing and the outer guidance to work in harmony for my highest good. I've become one with my journey, and I travel between the roads, between the worlds, in complete trust. For I am the light of God, or Spirit. I now ask that the sacred knowledge that is mine to know be opened to me in the name of the divine spirit, so be it. Okay, so your keyword is teacher. So they say the teacher is outside and pushes you within, and the teacher, the guru, is within, pulling you in. So there's a real shift going on here for Sagittarius. Intense progress going on. Okay, let's go into Scorpio. Scorpio for the middle of the week. This is your authenticity reading to remind you, yes, you can push the matrix away and just be tuning into your authentic self as your week is progressing. You have got the oldest fairy. The oldest fairy. Let's look at this one. Cute. Let's see what we're getting here. Right, you've got the keyword timelessness, and I'm going to hold the card up so you can tune into it. All right. Too often we view old age as a time of decline and illness, but aging has more to do with our own belief systems than it has to do with the passing of time. Release all preconceived ideas of what getting older means. Keep busy, learn, do everything you can. Do the things you like to do and challenge yourself. Do not put limitations on yourself due to age. Look at the oldest fairy. He is hundreds of years old and still going strong. All the younger fairies come to him so he can share all his knowledge that he has gained all of his years. With age comes wisdom to those who choose to use their time on earth in a constructive way. So keep on living and learning and taking good care of yourself. The little ones need to have time around you to tell them your old tales and guide their fresh young minds. Every person is useful down to their last moment on earth. For even in the last moment, one can impart wisdom. And they do say that the gurus say that the guru is inside every single person. So that includes you. It's amazing when you think of that, isn't it? Okay, everyone is your guru. So visualize, speak and think positively of your marvelous body. It birthed you into this world and it will birth you into the next when the time is right. Okay, if you chose this card today, it may indicate that you need to spend time with the elderly, maybe working or listening to them. If there are elders with great stories to tell, listen to them. Make sure that all wisdom is not lost. Every person has a story and a lesson to impart. And your chant: my body is a temple wherein resides spirit. I love and appreciate my body for all that it serves me. I visualize my body in positive ways and I speak to my body in positive words. I speak of my body only in positive words. I think of my body in only positive ways. Okay, it's a bit contentious, this. It could be triggering some of you. For it is through my visualization, speech and thought that I will tell my body how it is to react the world around it. And to the years that it resides on the earth, I may ask that my body be engulfed in love and in joy, and so be it. And something I want to say is, first of all, you are not the body, because that is what the gurus teach. We are not the body, because when we obviously pass back to spirit, we are just the divine energy. And when we go to sleep at night, we are completely unaware of our body. So we are not the body. And I know the body can cause a lot of triggers for us as humans. But the body is obviously just your sort of like avatar. It's just your physical, it's just how you physically manifested in this lifetime, and it's likely to completely change in the next life. But even in this lifetime, your body can completely change in miraculous ways, because the body is still really a manifestation of energy. Okay, it's a physical manifestation of energy. So as your energy changes, as you heal yourself, your body will surprise you. It can really literally transform in such unbelievable ways just through how you align your energy better. So I just wanted to share that for those of you that might have found that a little bit on the triggering side. I've had my own triggers with my body, but my body has also completely changed, you know, and people have literally looked at me when I've gone through a massive healing part of my life and gone, Kerry, you look completely different. It's really incredible. So you can't underestimate how much your body can change. But yeah, your main message really, Scorpio, is more to do with, and I don't know why it went into the body quite so much. Maybe it's because your card was about being the oldest fairy, right? Your card is about wisdom. And you can access that wisdom from within yourself, because you are your own guru. So I shall leave you with that. That's basically what you're doing. You are guiding yourself. In the simplest terms, you are guiding yourself. All right, Scorpio? You don't need anyone to be guiding you right now. Let's go into Pisces. It's your authenticity reading for the middle of the week, and we're going to see what you get from this lovely fairy wisdom oracle that I am using today. You've got pedestal. Ooh. Okay, so let's see what this is about. Number 38. Might have to have a quick cup of tea. Oh, the key word is choice, all right? All right, Pisces. We're going to read this, and I'm going to hold the card up for you so you can just tune into the energy of the card. Look at this card. This angelic being is bound round and round, yet her bindings are not secured. She can choose to unbind herself at any moment, and situations are not always as dire as they may seem. If you have chosen this card today, understand that you must look deeper at the things going on in your life. Are you seeing all the different sides of a situation? Perhaps you are feeling restricted when it is your choice to simply decide to be free. We often bind ourselves with limited belief systems and outdated thinking patterns. What habits can you change in order to release yourself from the limited thinking? Many situations are not black and white or good or bad. It is up to you to find the middle ground in your perspective. Find the place where you can see both sides. Ask for clarity and see all facets making up your mind. Find your pedestal where you can see your truth and release all that does not fit your chosen reality. So that basically what that means is clearing out the false self. Yeah, because the false self will make you choose things that are not really you. And if you look back over your past, you'll probably identify times in your life where you had slipped into superego quite badly, and you weren't being your true self, you were being the false self, and you sort of ended up choosing the wrong things. And I did it loads myself. So this is all about, you know, Pisces, getting back to your true self and connecting with your true self, and then making the right choices. Choose wisely what you want in your life. All of the choices we make create a vibration that affects all of other areas of our life and it affects all other life in the universe. But yeah, the choices you make does create a vibration. If it's in the false self, it's going to be an egoic vibration. If it's in the true self, it will be an authentic vibration, and it will connect you deeper to source. If one chooses wisely, it will be what is also best for others. I don't know, I beg to differ with that part. You may have much more control of your life and circumstances than you may realise. And your chant is, I am a being with the gift of choice. I am open to truth. I choose to bring into my life all the good that exists for me. I choose freedom. My life abounds with positive options. I choose wisely with my best interest in mind, so be it. And that is really lovely, isn't it? So there you go. That is for Pisces. And now we're going to go into Cancer, okay? Cancer, for the middle of the week, this is your authenticity reading. And we're going to see what message we get from this lovely Fairy Wisdom Oracle, okay? Cancer, you've got hummingbird dreams, all right? Number 30. I'll hold it up so you can see. And I'm going to read it out to you, all right? And see what it's got to say. And the key word is the smallest. How funny. I'm not quite sure what to... I'm going to hold the card up so you can tune into the energy of the card while I'm reading it, okay? Here we go. Even those who seem to the least to have us in their dreams. I don't know what that means. Even those who seem the least to us have their dreams. Okay, if you're small. The tiniest and the weakest have their place in the universe, just as we do. They have a special job that only they can do, a place that only they can fill, and there is no one being that is more important or more worthy than another, regardless of the form in which they choose to express themselves in this life. We marvel at the tiniest hummingbird. How can it move its wings so rapidly that it can hover in one spot and then fly off in a split second? What strength and ability and agility it has. What divine form. It's hard to believe that something so tiny can bring so much joy, beauty and wonder. If you are feeling small or insignificant, remember your uniqueness. The only shoes you have to fill are your own, and they fit you just fine. There are no insignificant people, none are less whole than another. Eliminate prejudices and judgments, whether cast upon yourself or another. If you feel that someone is not up to your standards, then realise that is what you are projecting onto them. Change your perception and see them as they truly are, a reflection of God's energy. And this has come through quite a lot in the reading today. And the gurus say that the guru is inside every single person you meet. So every single person that you are connected with is basically your guru, which I always find that mind-blowing when I think about it. And it does humble you, actually. So, Spirit expresses through us all in its own way, and it's not for us to second guess. If you are feeling less than whole, remember your divine birth and take comfort in knowing you are divinely perfect. Okay, that's your birth into physical form, obviously. Have faith in your dreams and your abilities. It is okay to have faith in other people's dreams. Help and encourage them to believe in themselves. And your chant, I'm a unique being. There is no other like me. My purpose is my own to fulfill. No one else can do this. Spirit expresses through me in a way that only I can give expression. My gifts to the world are mine, alone to give. I am in divine harmony with all of life, and so be it. And I really like that card actually, because Cancerians, we're so caring and stuff like that. But, you know, actually, we don't have to sort of care so much about others all the time or run around for them, you know, or fit in with them. It's about us just being us. You know, it's like just being you. You don't really have to do an awful lot, but just if you're just being authentically you, that's all you have to do. It's actually really powerful, and the gurus say that, you know, that the less, that's why I've got that new reading, no effort, because the less you do, the more your actual energy shines through, and it's more powerful that way. So that's a lovely reading for Cancerians, and it's just a reminder that Spirit is saying that you are divinely perfect, and if you feel insignificant or small, you're not. And actually, the less you do, the more powerful your energy actually is. So that is the reading. I hope you enjoyed it, if you've watched the whole video. And if you want to book in for a reading, you know you're very welcome. Thanks for giving the video a thumbs up, and thank you for subscribing. And I'm sending you lots of love and peace across Gaia.